Okay, we come to question 2 for fractions. Here we go. Let's read the question and try to understand, to get a big picture first, and overall understanding of what the question is all about. Lisa packed some cookies into jar A and jar B. So there's 2 jars. She put some cookies into jar A and some cookies into jar B. She packed 3/4 as many cookies into jar A as jar B. So if I were to draw jar A in comparison to B, this is A, this is B, I can draw 3 squares for jar A and 4 squares to jar B, because this is 3/4, 3 out of 4. Alright? Okay. Then she transferred some cookies from jar A to jar B. 24 cookies. You see, in the beginning, there's already lesser cookies in jar A than jar B. And when she transfers 24, it's going to be even lesser. It's going to be even lesser. In the end, there are now 1/4 as many cookies in jar A as jar B. So what happens is, we cannot draw another model here. I cannot draw another model to say it's like 1/4 like this. Alright, I don't know if you can see. Okay, I can't draw like this. Cannot. This would be wrong. Okay, this would be wrong. Why? Because the total here, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. In the beginning, when we drew this model, there's 7 units. So you cannot just change it from 7 to 5. There needs to be another way of solving it, alright? Using this model. We can solve this in 2 ways. I'll explain. Now there are 2 ways of solving this question. One is through a ratio method, and the other is through the model drawing. So I'm gonna, since we have already drawn A and B, I think we try to solve it using the model method. This is jar A and this is jar B. There are a total of 7 units. Now, it says, the question reads that after transferring 24 cookies from here, after we take some of this from here and we put it here, let's say it's like this. We forget about this thing here. The parts. Let's say we forget about the parts here for a moment. For a moment, we forget about the parts. Right? For a moment, all right. So what happens? Imagine this is the representation, model representation of the cookies in jar A and jar B. And then Lisa took some cookies, let's say you can cut it somewhere around here, and transfers this over here. Alright? So in the end, what happens is there will be a model like that, something like that. Alright? But the total amount is the same. The total amount is the same. Now, in order to show you how to solve this, I need to put back the parts, okay? This is 3 at first and this is 4. Now, there's supposed to be a total of 5. This is total of 5. And this is total of 7. I can't cut it up. If let's say I want to make from 7 to 14, I know what to do. I can just cut it into 2, I can get 14. But there's no way in which I can take 7 units and convert it to 5. So the only way to do this is for both of them to have, for me to find like the lowest common multiple for both numbers. So in this case, I'll times this by 5, I'll times this by 7. So I'll get 35 units here, and 35 units here. Now watch. So every unit I will divide into 5 parts. Divide into 5 parts. Divide into 5 parts. Divide into 5 parts. 5 parts. 5 parts. 5 parts. So I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35. Alright? So there's 35, and I'm going to put it in this form. In this case, there will be 7 here, because 5 times 7 is 35. Alright? I'm going to transfer this, change it into this form here. So there's going to be 7 units here. 7 units here roughly. I'm just drawing, I might not be drawing accurately, so there's 7 units here. Okay, so you have 7, 7, 7, 7, 7 is 35. Can you see the total is the same? The total is 35 units, 35 units. So over here there's 15, and then it became 7. 15 minus 7 means I transferred 8 to this side. If my model is correct, you'll find that this 20 here, 5, 10, 15, 20 will become 28 here. And it is 28 because 7, 14, 21, 28. Alright? So you can see that after transferring 8 units here, let's say this 8, I'll bring it over here, I get 20 plus 8, 28. Okay? So this means that the 8 units is actually 24. Alright, 8 units is 24. So 8 units, if you use the arrow if you like, is 24 cookies. And 1 unit is, you divide it by 8, you get 3. It's 24 divided by 8 is 3 cookies. So if you want to find how many cookies were there in jar B, how many more cookies were there in jar B than jar A at first? At first, there's 20 in jar B. And jar A, there's 15. There's 5 more. So 5 units would be 5 times 3 equals 15, and this is your answer. Now this is method number 1. I will show you the ratio method in a moment. I'm going to show you the ratio method now, and I'm just going to rub this off. Okay, the ratio method. In the beginning, A is to B, jar A is to jar B. It's 3 is to 4. As we have shown just now, at first it was 3 and this was 4. Same thing, it's 3 is to 4. Now, later on in the end, there will be 1 is to 4. After the transfer, this is before transfer. This is after the transfer. Okay, before and after. Total is 7 units. Total is 5 units. We're going to make the total the same. Same thing as we did with the lowest common multiple. We times this by 5. We times this by 7. Because the total number of cookies has not changed. Alright, so you have over here times 5, you get 15. Yeah, I'll write it here so you can see clearly. You have 15 and you have 20 when you times it by 5. And over here you have times by 7, you have 7 is to 28. So can you see when you reduce from 15 to 7, you have to minus 8 to get 7. And when you minus 8, that 8 units go to B, you plus 8. This means 8 units is 24 cookies. 8 units is 24 cookies. Because he transferred 8 units is 24 cookies. 1 unit, you take 24 divided by 8, you get 3 cookies. 3 cookies. And you want to find how many more cookies were there in jar B than jar A. So in the beginning, there was 20 units in jar B and 5 units, 15 units in jar jai. So there's 5 more. So 5 times 3, 50. Same thing. It's the same thing. You can solve it by ratio, or you can solve it by model. Sometimes it's easier to do it by ratio actually.